Yes. Welcome to another stream from City Xtra. I don't know what I was saying then. Do you know what I mean? Welcome to the show. I don't know where I was going with that. That's why I was confused at myself, was where my brain went with it. Big up everyone in the stream already. If you haven't already, make sure you like. There's 180 people in here. If you like the stream, it does help this channel grow. It makes more people find us, and it's just a simple button. I mean, it's right next to your thumb, innit? You can just press it, easy. Also, subscribe to
the likes more, man. We need to push the likes more.
We do.
We got a great really good here. We got a sick community.
LB's really good at pushing the likes and that. I feel like I never do that, and I just get lost in just chatting shit.
You need to tell them, man. Hit the like button.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We will stop until I see one like go up on that like counter. We have a live like counter in it, so we will just stop talking and then. That.
Well, we've actually got shit to talk about today.
There's
some things that actually happened. In the world, like the last kind of week or two of Manchester City news has been kind of dry, but it's picking up a bit. Maybe not directly because it's not first team, senior players, but indirectly we are impacted by things that are going on in the transfer market right now, aren't we?
Yeah. There's less shittery in this stream, which I think people are a bit happy about. David Young in the chat says, you should buy yourself a watch, mate. Wait, can I just say, and obviously Tinsay here with the 2 says, it always amazes me how live streams never start on time. What you have to understand is, when we start, me and Hugh meet up in it, and then we have to put Hugh into the stream, and then we have to go forward. We have to make sure the connections are right. That little 5 minutes or so isn't just for nothing. We do things. We are working behind the scenes to make sure that everything's going smoothly. And also, I had to delay 10 minutes. Allow me. I was eating an omelette. And I was like, you
started off so well by saying we're working behind the scenes.
Yeah, but
actually, no, I was just eating an omelette.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't like I was eating an omelette at 12 and I was like, I've still not finished this omelette, innit? So then I was like, right, delay till 10 past, gives me time to eat the omelette. Yeah, to start the same stream later then, I did. Delayed it till 10 past.
It's a period of grace, people. It's a period of grace. It
allows people to enter the arena.
Yeah, man.
As Dr. Disrespect would say.
You get there earlier. It's not me, man. It's him.
It's not me, it's him. And it's not me, it's him. I'll tell you what we'll do, right? Moving forward, this is what we'll do, and it'll put pressure on us. We will get a countdown timer.
Yes.
As soon as that stream starts, an instant countdown timer. So we have to be starting just after that.
And if we don't,
then we do a forfeit.
Yes, yeah. Okay, we have a deal with the chat there. If we are late past the counter, a 5-minute counter. I think a 5-minute counter, yeah? So people can see.
Yeah. And then you can see it counting down on that. We'll make it sick.
There's no uncertainty. You guys know at the end of this 5 minutes, we're starting. And if we're late, we'll collectively do a forfeit.
Yeah.
Unless he's eating an omelette and it's entirely his fault.
Yeah, then I'll take the L. Right, let's get into it instead of our usual chat shittery. First thing, do you want to start with Trafford?
Yeah, I do, because I'm a big fan of James Trafford, and I have been for a long time. James Trafford, man, I'm like LB, or at least I know LB used to be anyway, a big fan of watching the underage teams, and because with that City Plus subscription, you get free access usually to watch their cup games, I believe, and some of their league games too. So over the years, man, James Trafford, I felt this kid has kid at the time, he's 21 now, I think. I felt he has the capacity and the mentality, when you listen to him speak as well, the way he talks about his career, to be an England #1 goalkeeper. I'm still saying this now. I think James Trafford is the future England #1 goalkeeper. And it looks like, or based the reports are saying, it's a pretty well done deal. He's going to Burnley for 19 million. And I'm seeing people kicking off about the fee, like, oh, Burnley paying 19 million to City for this underage goalkeeper that played for Bolton. Nah. This kid is the bee's knees. Have you seen him, man? He's a sicko.
He's sick. I've seen him play live a few times, actually. I've been to a few Bolton matches. A few of my mates are Bolton fans, so every so often they'll be like, oh, do you want to come Bolton match? And I go, and if there ain't no City game on that day, I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. Well, I'll go, see what I go on, watch a bit of James Trafford. He's mint, He's so sick. You can tell he's from the City Academy. You can tell that's like the way he plays the way a City goalkeeper would play, but also his shot stopping ability is a next level. You know, he's absolutely sick. I'm so gassed for him that he's got this. And to put like perspective on this, just for the news that has come in, Jack Gorn said yesterday that James Trafford to Burnley is worth an initial fee of £15 million because it was a £19 million deal that we heard straight away. It's an initial fee of £15 million, potentially rising to £19 million with a 20% sell-on clause for Man City. There's likely to be a buyback clause as well for City. That there, £19 million, yeah, for a player that's played in League One. That's levels. That is levels. That is absolute cash. Do you know what I mean? The guy's young, absolutely smashing it, and he's worth that cash. I believe he's 100% worth that cash, and I think he'll go to the top. It's just a shame he can't do it at City because we've got Edison.
Well, if Trafford was older, maybe even like, what is he now? I think he's 20. I had a quick look at his transfer mark before. If he was even, 24, 25, I'd be saying, Ederson, get worried. Get worried, mate, because this kid, he is going right to the top. And Vincent Kompany's not stupid. We know Vincent Kompany's not a stupid man. He wouldn't sanction, and you best believe Vincent Kompany, because of the kind of figure he is, and when he joined Burnley and stayed on at Burnley to go to the Premier League when he was offered Tottenham and other jobs, Vincent Kompany would probably have a massive say and control over the transfers, incomings and outgoings. He would not sanction a 15 to 19 million pound transfer for a League One goalkeeper unless he knew exactly what he was at. And what you said a few minutes ago is exactly why they've spent that money. You know he's a City product. You know James Trafford, when you watch him, is a product of Manchester City Academy football. Vincent Kompany, if you watched him with his Burnley team in the Championship last season, obviously they don't do it to our level, but there's so many fragments and reminiscence of Manchester City football and Pep Guardiola football in the way that Vincent Kompany is trying to do at Burnley. So you can see that Trafford is the next piece of his jigsaw that he wants to play that football. Trafford, like you said, unbelievable shot stopper, genuinely probably one of the best in the business, and you just don't know it yet. But his footballing ability too, he can do, or he's on the track to be able to do what Ederson does. He can play out from the back. He's got a missile of a pass long distance too. So you're going to see it this season, and I feel good about Burnley. I know we're not Burnley fans, but I think they're going to cause some shocks in the Premier League this season. They've just brought in Darragh O'Shea as well, an Irishman. I actually played with Darragh growing up. He's from Dublin.
That's pretty mad.
He's a 6 centre half. He's calm. He's composed. Almost similar. He'll do, in my opinion, not exactly what John Stones does for us, but similar things. You know what I mean? Really good in the ball, technically good, and James Trafford behind him again doing that as well with his feet and shot stopping. I think they're onto good things, but James Trafford, man, I'm buzzing for him, and I'm glad we have that buyback clause because I have a funny feeling someday we will see him again in a City shirt.
I'm glad we got a buyback in. Rachel in the chat asked why not loan him out, and I think it's because you'll see a lot of players now get sold with buybacks a lot more often. Because
it's covering your arse.
Yeah, and all obviously covering your arse with a buyback, but I think there's a new rule with loans, with how many players you can actually loan out. I'm not sure what it is, but there's like a new rule with that. I think it's only a couple, so then like you don't want to waste them spots with obviously academy players that you can sell and get buybacks on. Plus, this is the way that this CFG works. This is peak CFG. Obviously, this is like at the highest order because he's such a good talent. He's having a really good. It's the Euros, isn't it? The under-21 Euros. He's having a really good Euros. His stats there: he's played 4 games, 148 touches, 87 accurate passes, 11 accurate long balls, 10 saves, 9 saves from inside the box, 0 goals conceded. Guy is slamming. He's just a very, very, very good goalkeeper. He's a very good goalkeeper. And I'm looking forward to his future at Burnley. At least he gets in the Premier League, and I think he'll be taking Murich's spot.
Yeah, for sure. The Burnley fans I've seen on Twitter are already saying that they believe he's going to take Murich's spot pretty well straight away. James Trafford, he's not going to Burnley to be a number 2.
No.
James Trafford is going to Burnley to be Burnley's goalkeeper in the Premier League, and he's ready for that. I mean, have you got his transfer marked up there? I had a quick look at it before we went live. I think I saw something like 74 appearances for Bolton. I think he had 2 seasons there and something like 33 clean sheets. Like that's
is it? Yeah,
something like that.
That is pretty mad. No, I don't have it. But yeah, he has slammed for Bolton. I've seen him for Bolton. And the thing is, he plays like he does play pure out the back, like ice cold mode, ice cold. Someone so young as well.
That's what I'm saying, man. For a player that young to have the bottle to go to, like, he took a big risk. It was a leap of faith from him to leave our comfortable system. You know, you're playing for the best academy in the country. Right, I'm going to go down to Bolton and be the number one keeper there and show some chest, show some maturity and take the next step in my career. That could easily have gone awful for him. He could have gone to a Bolton team where it went completely south. He concedes loads of goals. He's not quite ready for adult football. And all of a sudden his stocks are low and he kind of has to go back to City and hope for the best and move on again. But he's gone down there and slammed it, or he's gone to Bolton and absolutely slammed it. So the kid's got a sick mentality and he's a sick goalkeeper too.
Yeah.
And you're right, man. It's prime CFG. You know, you get 15 to 19 million for a player like that. You put the buyback clause to cover your arse, so if he is as good as we're saying he will be in a few years, you can get him back. But you're getting cash. That net spend, man. We're ticking over on that net spend league all the time.
Yeah, honestly, it's next level, man. It's next level. I just checked his stats, by the way. 74 games for Bolton, 33 clean sheets.
Yeah, man. My maths isn't fantastic, but you're touching on a 50% clean sheet record.
Yeah, you're nearly at a 50% clean sheet record, which is mad.
For him, and he went there when he was 18. That's absolutely crazy.
Crazy stat for someone so young. Honestly, that's sick. Yeah, so that's your James Trafford news. I think that'll be announced in no time. I think in maybe the next couple of days. It seems to be very, very advanced. Obviously, they've agreed a fee. Everything seems to be going in the right direction on that. I think that'll be done either maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, something like that. Which is good money for City in this. £19 million for James Trafford, which is actually wild. Actually, I never thought that price, to be honest. I know Bolton fans were speaking about James Trafford and whether he would stay in it. I think he came out earlier in the season and said that like nah, he's not staying this year. And City had the intention of him not to stay as well, and that's because they knew they're sitting on a cash cow, sitting on like basically a £20 million player. Mm-hmm. That's wild.
I hope he does slam it, and I hope he comes back. He's City through and through. He's a City fan since he's a child. He's within our academy since he's about 8-9 years old. Like you want players like that to excel, and hopefully it's with us. I know Ederson's still so young, but like I said a few minutes ago, if Trafford was 24, 25, I'd be saying there's a challenge there for Ederson to fight Trafford off. But he's too good, man. He's too good, Trafford, to stay at Bolton. He's too good to play as a number 2 or 3 in our first team. He needs to go and play Premier League. And once again, that City connection, buzzing for him to be playing under Vincent Kompany. I really am.
Yeah, same. I love it when players from our CFG go straight to Burnley, because it's like it's that whole City thing, isn't it? The whole City pitch is just like getting bigger and bigger as it goes by.
Am I right? Is Taylor Howard Bellis still there?
Howard Bellis, is he? Did he go on a permanent? Yeah,
I think he did. Someone in the chat will know if Howard Bellis has signed permanently with Burnley, but you can see, man, the City connection.
Yeah. I think you know what I think a lot of people will be doing next year is picking Burnley as their career mode team.
They'll be my second team next season.
Yeah,
I want them to do well for sure. I want Kompany to do well. I want his stocks to go up. I want Trafford's stocks to go up. And maybe in a beautiful universe, they'll all end up back at City and be animals.
By the way, he was on loan at Burnley. Taylor Howard Bellis.
I know that, but they were trying. The Burnley fans were begging for him to. I saw under his own Instagram post, like, sign the contract. Yeah. It was one of those ones. So I don't know.
Apparently, Everton are interested in him as well. Have you seen that Connor? This is a little sidestep. Have you seen Connor Cody's gone to Leicester?
Yeah, I saw that on a TikTok yesterday.
I was like, why has he gone there? He's a Prem player.
What age is Cody now? He must be in his 30s.
Yeah, I think he's probably 30, isn't he, Connor Cody?
That's his England career finished, then, for sure.
He's 30. I was surprised that he went there. I thought he would have stayed at Everton.
Yeah, that is surprising. I don't know. It's one of those ones.
Yeah, pretty mad. Right, moving on to some more City news then. Well, kind of City news. Yesterday, the left side of it just went, whoa, what's this? Who is this? Who is this winger that's just come out of nowhere?
Tell us, Jody Porty, who is this winger?
Atletico Madrid's that was like, he's behind you. It was like the most
single winger. Reveal yourself.
Yeah. No like, boo. Yeah. Yeah, City are interested. Apparently, from it was back and forth yesterday between whether it was right or whether it's wrong. Apparently, we're interested in a guy called Rodrigo Riquelme from Atletico Madrid. Now, people might recognise that name. I didn't at the time. Apparently, he's been in our CFG before. He played for Girona.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
So people were saying that if we did sign him, it would just be like a CFG signing kind of thing. Let me just double check if that's facts. I think, he was at Girona on loan. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he was on loan at Girona last season, so he was kind of like in our system. So we have seen him before. People were kind of saying that we'd sign him and then move him on, but then Atletico was saying that if they sell him, or I think his agent was saying that if he gets sold, he doesn't want to be loaned out straight away. He wants a permanent transfer somewhere. And there was a lot of back and forth between this guy. Loads of people watching like compilations and stuff, seeing what he's about. People kind of getting gas. Some people be like, nah, not ready yet. But then Mike Maine came out and said there is absolutely no interest from City in signing Rodrigo Riquelme. So it kind of just like killed it straight away.
Squashed, shut down, rapid. Yeah. But I thought there was quite truth to it, and it kind of signaled or leaned towards Mahrez's exit. Maybe Mahrez had accepted the Saudi thing, or City were expecting Mahrez to go.
Yeah, I mean, Mate Moretto came out and said like that City are determined to sign him, and said that the first proposal of €50 million plus €6 million in variables had been rejected, but negotiations remain open and an agreement, although not imminently, is feasible. So that makes it seem like City have been working to get this deal done. But then Mike Maine was like, nah, absolutely no interest.
That's confusing. They're definitely contrasting reports, then, aren't they?
Yeah. So depends on what it is. Maybe this happened a few weeks back, and then so some people are getting that information through late, and then Mike Maine has got like a bit more information, just saying like, look, nah, he's City have already kind of pulled away from it.
Or maybe City were in for him, and then they saw, oh shit, Sergio Gomez is all of a sudden becoming a bit of a footballer.
Yeah, absolutely killing it on the wing.
To
be fair, we all know he's very good going forward, Sergio Gomez.
Yes, we kind of knew the left back wasn't going to be a left back.
Yeah, he can't defend. That's his issue, isn't it? But he's being benched by Sergio Gomez for Spain as well. So yeah, that makes pretty sense.
Maybe invest in your Gomez stocks now while they're low, and they'll come good. But I don't know much about this Riquelme guy. I think it was Freddie was saying to us yesterday that he's one that kind of cut in, and he's capable of getting himself a goal off the wing kind of thing. Yeah,
score some bangers and that.
So don't know.
Yeah, God knows. Well, apparently that's kind of died off rapid, so I won't be expecting too much from that. At all. What other transfer news have we got today? We've got loads, haven't we? There's absolutely loads.
Lavia.
Yeah. Oh, this is a grim one.
This is a grim one. Get ready for this one, chat. This one's grim. And also smash the like button. There's 360 people in the building. How many likes are we even on, man? We need
144. That is a crime.
Yeah, man. We can get the likes up. We can get it to 200 likes. 200 likes.
200 likes. Yeah, I mean that's easy. That's easy work for you. 356 people. That is light work. That is light work. You should be running that like this. That should be done always. Right. Romeo Lavia has apparently been there's rumor going around that Romeo Lavia and Liverpool are basically on the way to making a deal. Liverpool highly rate him, going in for him hard. I think they've had one bid rejected already. Apparently going to come up with another one today, which stinks. It stinks because do you know what I mean? Liverpool going for him kind of like highlights how good he is. If you look at when we sold him to Southampton for £20 million, what is it? We sold him for Southampton for 20 mil. In that same window that we sold him to Southampton last year, Chelsea came in with a £50 million bid for him. In the same window, Chelsea were like, no, he's sick. We're going to go get him. Obviously, it was rejected by them. Now, I thought we had the release clause this summer, but it's actually next summer. So there's no chance in us getting him. And if he goes to Liverpool, then it's good night on that release clause anyway.
Liverpool will be well aware of his release clause next summer active for us. So they're probably thinking, if we want to go and get this kid and not battle with Man City, or at least try and convince him to not go to City, they've got to act now. And it's really no coincidence. None of this is any coincidence at all that Chelsea tried to get him that same window. Like you said, Liverpool are now trying to get him now. That he was, like I said a couple of weeks ago in a stream, or a couple of months ago, that I don't think he tore it up for Southampton per se. Like, he wasn't one of those ones where you go, wow, but he's definitely a level above where he was at with Southampton, and he has more to go. And Liverpool, like I said on the stream the other day to you, that I was told anyway by I'm sure plenty of you can guess who, that Khéphren Thuram was done deal to Liverpool, and he's getting stick now for saying that. But it seems they've now turned their attention to Romeo Lavia, and he's similar to Trafford. I think he's 21, 22. He's very young as well. They'll look at him as their Fabinho replacement, and if they get him and he does ascend to the levels that we're talking about, that we believe he could be Liverpool's number 6 for 10, 15 years. And you're looking at a midfield then of Szoboszlai, or whatever his name is, McAllister, you've got Lavia behind them. All of a sudden, that Liverpool midfield is young, energetic. Yeah. They could cook, and not just cook like they did against us for 3 or 4 years. They could cook for 8, 9 years. Yeah, together as a 3.
Yeah, it's a future thing. It's a future. But obviously, City haven't seen their future that way. That's why we've loaned him out and we went and got Phillips. Clearly, Pep didn't see something that he liked in Lavia at that time. He does look good, though. He did, like I say, he did look good for Southampton. And we'll have to wait and see on what happens with this. It's not nice to see someone like Lavia go to Liverpool when we know that we had him. And we had him right here. But it is what it is, man. Sometimes you just got to let them go off and flourish in it. And
well, there will be conversations in the City boardroom as this is unfolding, and it's unfolding quite quickly. They'll be saying, this was a conversation we would have had to have anyway, but now we have to have it sooner. Is, if we want Lavia, you best believe if we wanted Lavia, we could go and get him. I bet you he would love to come back to City if he was guaranteed a role that's a lot more important than what he had originally. City would have to decide, right, is Calvin Phillips what we want to pursue? Like, do we believe Calvin Phillips is going to at least improve on what he was last season, which isn't too hard to do? Or do we go and get Lavia, and similar to Trafford, Lavia is a CFG or CFA product, and he knows the system, he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's at. He's just a lot younger. So this conversation, it's happening right now for sure. You best believe Cheeky and them are talking about it.
Yeah, because apparently we have first refusal anyway. So if a team does offer a bid for Lavia, Southampton have to come to City and say, look, we've had this offer, and do you want to match it?
My guess is City have decided Calvin Phillips is what we're keeping.
I think we've already let that boat sail. We've gone, we're fine for Lavia to do what he wants to do with his career now. We're happy with the way that we're moving forward separately. Which is a shame.
Samir says Lavia is not at City's level. Lavia is not at Liverpool's level either. He's not. He's not at the levels that they were at 2-3 years ago, but as Jordan said, it's for the future. And Lavia under Klopp and playing with those kind of players, he'll improve pretty quickly. He was not at City's level at Southampton. None of them are. That was the fact of the matter. But at those teams like Southampton who are relegated, and James Maddison with Leicester to Tottenham now, you're plucking the individual players who you think can get to the level that the new club or the big 6, the top 6 club wants. Yeah. And Lavia, for me, he will. I think if he goes to Klopp and Liverpool, Lavia in the next 3, 4, 5 years, he'll be one of the best in the business. I've seen enough of him at underage as well with Southampton. So they get him, man. It's good business. City, I think we're sticking with Phillips.
Yeah, I think we're sticking with your boy, innit? We're sticking with the man Phillips, and I'm fine for it. If City trust Phillips to make the better moves next year, and we think that Phillips will push on, City think and Pep thinks that Phillips will push on, then I trust them. I trust them to make that decision. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
I trust him. I trust him, man. the thing with Calvin Phillips is it's frustrating for us because we got him, we were kind of excited about it, or at least we were like interested. We were like, wow, we've got him. Yeah. England international, Leeds' best player for sure. Can he do what, say, Jack Grealish has just done this season and take that step up from his original club Leeds or Aston Villa to get up to City's level? And then through one problem or another last season for Calvin Phillips, it's a write-off. It's a complete write-off. Like it was a bit of a waste of time. But I do like him. I do like him based on his England career and his Leeds career.
I like his mentality as well, you know. After this season, it would have been very easy for him to say, like, yeah, this ain't for me. But he's like, no, he wants to get it. He wants to stay at City, fight for his spot. And also, he's been very open. Like, kind of like how Jack Grealish is very open. He's been very open about the fact that how difficult it is to come here and learn from Pep's system and understand it. And he says, like, now he does understand it a lot more than what he did when he first got here. However, it's been difficult for him. It's been a really difficult season for him to get his head around it. And that's one of the things that we heard in like January, February, that Calvin Phillips has been one of the slowest to learn this system out of the current squad. And that's why he wasn't getting enough game time. He just couldn't. And we've seen it when he was playing. He didn't seem to be up to speed with it. Like he was almost like in a different rhythm with the rest of the team. And it made him appear slow and like he wasn't really, like he was stuck in the mud. But if the club want to back it, I'm fully behind it. I'm fully behind it. I'd love Calvin Phillips to smash it.
Yeah, well, he knows that he's in one of the most privileged and special positions in world football right now. If you're a part of this Manchester City squad at all, a team that's just won a treble playing under Pep Guardiola, you are in a really, really special position. So it's kind of sink or swim. It's either you do what the first thing you just said, which is go, I can't do this. I simply can't amend my depth. Or else you do what Grealish did, what Zinchenko did, what these players who they start off maybe a bit slow or that they don't look like they're quite able to get up to that level, and they knuckle down and they eventually get there. I mean, I've referenced it a million times. You guys know this. Rodri, who is the best in the world at what he does right now, he was not my guy when he first arrived. He used to wreck my head. Him and Gundogan, that double pivot in the year Liverpool won the league. Oh, Rodri, man, I didn't know what he was at. But time, perseverance, enthusiasm to grow into the shirt and to grow into the system. And what Phillips should be doing is looking at that progress Rodri's made and going, I want to do that. I want to get to that and prove that what you saw from me originally is not what I intend to be. So that's what we should all hope for from Calvin Phillips. And why not, man? Why not?
Yeah, I completely agree. Mr. G Goldfinger 999. Yes, welcome back to the Xtra Club, mate. Big up, appreciate your support. Massively appreciate it. If anyone else wants to join the Xtra Club, the link is in the description. King Hal, the real goat with a 5, says completely off the topic. JP Bray, when are you guys going doing over the hedge watch along and live stream some FIFA 23? Over the hedge watch along, you can put down fully to LB. LB, he can do that over the hedge watch along with you guys by himself. I ain't sitting there in the overhead watch along. This is LB's top 5 films ever. Yeah, ain't my top 5 films ever. I ain't putting Over the Hedge in my top 5 films. So he can watch that with you lot. I ain't having it.
I'm sick that day.
Yeah, I was sick. And live streams on FIFA 23. FIFA 23 is a dead game, man. We need EA FC in it, however it's called.
Level up, man. Level up. I'm sick of that game.
Yeah, it's dead. Dead film. Dead game even. And to be fair, it's not Over the Hedge isn't a dead film. It just ain't in my top 5.
If Over the Hedge is the film I'm thinking about, it's a children's cartoon film, isn't it?
Yes. With like a squirrel in that. Like, there's like loads of shit in it. Like.
Why are you all so protective over this fucking kid's film?
I mean, it's not a dead film, but it's not a top 5 film ever.
LB has brainwashed so many of you into thinking that this children's... He's a man-child. This is a fucking banger of some sort. Mate, go and turn on Disney Plus and watch it.
Yeah. The GOAT film of my youth, Darkness Night says. Brad Holt with a 5 says, what are your top 5 films?
Ooh. I'm not really a film guy. I watched like 6 films on the plane to and from New York just because I had time to kill. But I don't plan my day and go, oh, I'm going to sit down and watch a film later on.
Yeah, I kind of randomly just walk into films, just like not walk into films in the cinema. I mean, like I'll sit in bed and just go, oh fuck it, I'll put a film on. Do you know what I mean? I kind of just like I work like that. Top 5 films. If I had to just name 5 now, because I've seen it recently, The Gentleman is sick. The Dark Knight Mint film. Shawshank Redemption is actually sick. LB told me to watch that a long time ago. Funny enough, Euro Trip is in my top 5 because Euro Trip is well funny. And that's expendable with Not Another Teen Movie. Not Another Teen Movie is mint. That's a goated film. And then the other one, I don't know. I can't think of another one. I kind of want it to be like a more serious film, not just a funny film.
I like Harry Potter.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Endgame. Oh, Friday Beyond Belief. I've not seen Friday in ages. If I watched Friday recently, I would have put that in my top 5. I used to have that on Blu-ray. Yeah, nice. Friday's a sick film. I've got a big canvas of it in my room, like a canvas of smoke in it.
There you go, people. There's Jordy Porter's top 5 films.
Yeah.
I hope that's improved your day.
Hugh's top 5 Harry Potter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, Harry Potter. No, Harry Potter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is that how many there are? 7 Harry Potters?
No, 8, I think.
Oh, is the last one dead or what? I don't remember them. In fact,
no, Harry Potter 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Because the first part of Deathly Hallows is dead.
I remember the second one.
Yeah.
The boy who lived, come to die.
Pretty good, it's pretty good.
I am Voldemort, innit? Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Pet Merchant has put in the chat a few times now. Thoughts on Riquelme? It's fine. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen the guy, but he's not happening. Apparently the deal's dead. Apparently the deal's dead on that.
Yeah.
Other news then. There has been a little bit of Gvardiol news last night. Apparently Fabrizio Romano's come out and said verbal approach from City for a €75 million transfer fee plus add-ons. So 75 million euro is a lot different to what we was speaking about yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about an 86 million pound deal. Million pounds. This is 75 million euro, so a lot less. Fee plus add-ons for Gvardiol were rejected by Leipzig. Talks continue as City prepared official bid, with the Bundesliga side wanting at least 100 million euro. And this is what we're talking about yesterday, like preparing official bid, because they just go back and forth. We've not officially submitting a bid, and that's been rejected. City are just talking to Atletico about the fee. Not Atletico, sorry, Leipzig about the fee. They're just going, about this, and like, nah, not that. There needs to be more than that. I mean, there's no official bids gone in, and they'll do that when they get the go ahead for it, just so they can push it through fast.
Yeah, with deals like this, you tend to find that the first bid will be accepted because they've done so much talking about it before the actual official bid is submitted. So don't get disheartened when you see things like, verbal talks haven't come to an agreement, or this hasn't gone through. When they get an agreement on what Leipzig want, City will put in the official bid, knowing it's going to be accepted. So that's how it's going to work. It's just patience really with this one there. Like when you're talking about players like Gvardiol and the kind of money required, obviously I think its personal terms have been agreed, and they have been for quite a while. But when you're talking about acquiring a player like that from Leipzig, there's so many finer details to the negotiations that we don't know about, and unless you're heavily involved in football finances, you won't know about. So these things probably take more time than we would like. I think it's just patience. Yeah,
it's all about just waiting on it. I think we'll get this deal done soon. I said around Thursday. I reckon we'll probably get like a here we go or something. We said this yesterday. Of how soon we can see this going over the line, but it is what it is. The talks continue between City and Leipzig on that. I do think we'll be looking to pay that £86 million around that side of it. I don't see €76 million, and what is that like? Oh, that's 68 million.
76 million, 65 million pounds.
yeah. We are not getting him for 65 mil. We are not, but I reckon we'll be looking like 86 million pounds, something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I think there'll be loads of news in the next couple of days anyway. There'll be loads of news because this is like the high profile signing for City right now, so everyone wants to get that scoop.
I think once the Gvardiol deal is all done and dusted, it'll be really interesting to see where City turn to next.
Yeah.
Do we go for another high profile? Do we go? What position do we go for? Etc. So
I mean, a lot of people pushing for Frankie de Jong, innit? Like saying like, "Yo, get this on the line," but he's just on
Is he not on some crazy cash at Barca?
He's on 400 grand a week.
I'm not giving him 400 grand a week.
You're not getting 400 grand a week.
No, if he's coming to City, he's going below 300.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, he goes below 300 grand a week. Without a doubt, in my mind, he goes below 300 grand a week.
If he thinks he's coming in to earn anywhere near what Haaland and De Bruyne are earning, mate.
Oh, he's lagged out a little bit. Are you back? No, he's dipped.
Gone.
Oh, he is there. He's back. He's back. He's been Thanos back into existence. Yes.
Don't even know what happened there.
It was just a glitch in the system. He ain't getting nowhere near that cash, bro. He ain't getting nowhere near that cash. He has to be on a lot less than that, I think. But that might be why he just wants to stay at Barca. He can stay at Barca and just earn absolute cash. Zaha Tari in the chat says Zaha will go abroad. I've seen a few people saying, would you take Zaha in the chat and on a free as like a backup to Jack? It's not possible, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I've seen that he's signing for Lazio.
No, he's agreed terms with like 3 clubs.
What?
Yeah, I saw this. Chat, you'll know what I'm talking about. Zaha's agreed with Lazio, some Saudi club, and someone else. He's told like 3 clubs. That
he said yes to 3 clubs.
Yeah, 3 or 4 clubs. He's told bare people, I like your project, or I'll take those terms, kind of thing. I don't know what he's doing. I saw it. Fenerbahce, that's the one, yeah. Fenerbahce, Lazio, and Saudi Arabia.
That's pretty mad. Have Crystal Palace not offered him anything? No. You'd think Palace would have offered him a deal.
They gave him a mural.
Did they? That's pretty mad. To be fair, he has been there for time. Yeah, but that's what it is. Oh, there you go. Palace have offered like 300 grand. Lewis Gillies says.
What?
Rah.
Zaha 300k.
I'd take that if I was Zaha. You stay in the Prem.
Yeah, for sure. Stay in London.
Don't have to uproot in that. Yeah, I'd take that. Maromo says maybe let's go for Eze and Elise or Elise. Sorry. You know what's funny is the fact that we don't know where City are going to move, and that's what Hugh was saying. Then it's going to be interesting to see after Gvardiol, where do we go from there?
I like Frankie de Jong as a footballer, and I think under Pep he'd be sick. Frankie de Jong would be sick in our midfield, but the deal just seems difficult, man. To get him out of Barca, to get him happy to come to you, like you saw the trials and tribulations that Man United went through, thinking they were getting him. It was on, it was off, it was on, it was off. Like I nearly just swerve it because it's difficult. Dealing with Barca in general, forget Frankie de Jong. Dealing with Barca is difficult awkward, these days. Awkward.
Yeah, I mean, there might be maybe Gundogan can put in a word, but God knows. Personally, I think Frankie de Jong will just end up staying at Barcelona. I think he'll just end up staying there. But yeah, that's your transfer roundup pretty much. It's been a good transfer roundup as this as well. We've been like non-stop talking about like actual. We had a little dip into like films, but we're non-stop talking about actual content and actual things that are going on at Manchester City, which has been weird because it's been super quiet. Yesterday we were talking about how quiet it was. Then all this stuff pops off last night.
We need.
There's another side note actually, is the fact that apparently Kyle Walker is debating on his new City contract.
What, in the negative light, or he's
he's considering City's offer. So I guess positive light.
Okay.
Yeah, you could look at it either way. You could look at it and go like negative because he's not just full committed, or positive because at least he's considering it.
I want Kyle Walker to stay, man.
I
I
want
want
him
him
to
to
stay.
stay. I think he's got a future, and he can, and he's still got plenty to offer. So hopefully he considers the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that for you. The another bad one. There is a bad one out here. I just remembered this. Gabri Vega, one of City's transfer targets. PSG have snuck in. PSG are full sent for this, Donny. Apparently PSG have made progress in the signing of City midfield target Gabri Vega. They want to close the deal quickly.
Well, that's that. Then he'll go there, won't he?
Yeah, so PSG are basically saying, well, you're not committing to it. We're going to commit to it. We'll go get him now.
The thing with Gabri Vega is someone needed to come in and full send it. You had us kind of tiptoeing around it. You had Real Madrid, you had Newcastle kind of tiptoeing around it. Like, yeah, we like him, we would take him, but we haven't done much about it. But if someone comes in and goes, boom, yeah, here's the money, we want them now, they'll get him.
Yeah. Now, Zohib there says as well, PSG getting Vega means Bernardo won't go to PSG.
I'm quietly gaining confidence Bernardo Silva will play for us next season.
I have a feeling he'll play for us next season as well now. I've always been in the sense of I think he'll leave. The only way I see Bernardo Silva not playing for Manchester City next year is if we do a swap deal with Frankie de Jong. I don't think anyone's going to pay the cash. PSG won't pay the cash if they go get Gabri Vega.
I'd rather keep Bernardo than swap for Frankie de Jong.
I'd rather keep Bernardo. But I mean, like, if Bernardo was like desperate to go and City could do a deal with Frankie de Jong.
I just don't know if I could see Bernardo going to Barcelona in their current state. I don't know if it's
he just wants it, don't he? He's just obsessed with it.
Is he still?
He's obsessed with going there. He has because he's got this plan in his head, hasn't he, about City, then go to Barcelona, and then go to Benfica.
Yeah, these Mediterraneans, man, these Mediterranean players like from Portugal, Spain, and Greece and South America too, they all just dream of Barca and Real Madrid. You know what I mean? Like they just, even if the club is shit, which it currently is, I know they've won the Liga, but like they're nowhere near the Barca they were, say, 8 to 15 years ago. They still just want to go play for Barcelona, and it's kind of hard to argue.
It's hard, isn't it? It's a hard situation to be in. But I guess it all depends on the price for Silva. I think after the Declan Rice deal, there was news coming out from City side of things saying that, look, well, on the price of Declan Rice is going to reflect on the price of Bernardo Silva. We know Bernardo Silva's worth. Look at what he did to Bayern. I watched, yesterday, I watched the Bayern Munich games and the highlights, and then the Real Madrid games and the highlights, and the Inter Milan game in the Champions League. I was just getting gasped, and I was like, I was nearly crying again, man. I was like, this is sick. We played unreal football. My mate Nathan, United fan, said that it makes him feel sick how good we played in them games.
Yeah, well, I told you this before. When I left the Etihad after the Real Madrid game, when we knocked them out, my dad rang me and he goes, that is, in his opinion, the best performance in Europe from any English side ever. And he's watching football since the fucking 70s or some shit. Like, he's old. And he says this is the best
Peak
he's
football.
ever seen an English team play in European football. Like, that's
isn't it?
mental, man. And Bernardo Silva, like, anybody who wants to come and get Bernardo Silva, you should be very angry at Arsenal, because Arsenal, by paying what they have done or what they're about to do for Rice, have just made us go, no. If you think we're going to take less for Bernardo Silva than what Declan Rice just went to Arsenal for, jog on. No way. So he's staying, in my opinion, or I hope.
Yeah, I hope he stays. I think the price is just too much for me. I don't think anyone's going to pay it.
I say do 2 more years, man. 2 or 3 more years, and then jet off to Benfica. Go back to Portugal. Happy days. You could win another Champions League, another few Premier Leagues. Who knows?
Yeah.
This is a separate stream in its own right, if you ask me.
It is a Bernardo Silva thing, but we'll do this on a different day. We'll full send a Bernardo Silva stream. Look at his options. Look at who could sign him. Look at if he stays, how long he stays for, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, that's been your transfer roundup. Massive appreciate to everyone who's liked the stream. Big up to all the people who became a new member. Mr. G Goldfinger, I see you there. Appreciate everyone who's super chatted us. It does help the channel. It pays the bills and that. There is going to be an Avengers stream tonight, 9:00 tonight. An Avengers stream, which it's been a while. Ooh. It's been a while since an Avengers stream last happened. So I'm genuinely looking forward to that, seeing what everyone's got to offer. Hopefully, Hugh, you'll be there. I need you to beef with JCC a little bit, bro. I need them kick ups, bro. I need you to inject some life into JCC, bro, because that man.
I don't really know Jason like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but tell it from me.
I can just start beefing him.
Yeah, say I got a message from Jordy Pod, innit? He's catching strays, JCC, innit? From our channel. So I think
I'd say tonight it'll just be all treble talk because we haven't spoken since before the treble.
True that. I think there'll be treble talk. There'll probably be a bit of transfer talk as well because that's the way every stream goes, isn't it? Around this time.
So, if you guys want more treble hype, join the Avengers show tonight.
And how could you not want more treble hype, man? How could you not want more treble hype?
I think I'm gonna get the treble tattoo, man. The 3 trophies.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it as well. Maybe we should just go when you're over here, bro. We'll go get it together, innit?
Well, I see we're playing Bayern on the 26th. I think I should come over for that. We get treble tattoos then.
Yeah, I'm game.
We can make it a video.
Yeah, we'll make it a video. We'll get cooked by other fans, but I'm not arsed, innit?
I'm not arsed.
I'm gonna put MCFC beer monsters underneath it. Lowercase as well, like how I put it. MCFC beer monsters. I'll have treble MCFC beer monsters. That's what I'll do.
Are you gonna get the 3 trophies? Yeah.
Yeah. The outlines, they coloured in like trophies.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah. Me and Hugh are gonna get matching tattoos. I don't know. I can't say Hugh will get MCFC beer monsters, but we'll get matching tattoos.
Neither can I.
Lewis Morel with a 2. What about Callum Doyle? Oh yeah, there is news about Callum Doyle moving on a permanent to Leicester. Was it?
Was it Leicester?
Let me double check. Is it Leicester? Lewis Morel, can you put it in the chat? Or anyone in the chat? Did anyone see this? I've seen the Callum Doyle thing as well because he's meant to be sick. Yes, it is. It's Leicester City. It's Leicester apparently exploring a permanent deal for City defender Callum Doyle. He's valued between 7 million and 10 million.
So
cash money, you know.
Callum Doyle and Connor Cody linking up.
Yeah, that's pretty mad, isn't it?
But yeah, man, cash. It's all about that cash. Keep the big wheel turning.
And then we're getting cash from Pedro Porro. I've seen someone tweet before saying like on the cover basically we've paid for Kovacic in James Trafford and the money that we got from Pedro Porro. Like, how was that a thing?
We paid for Kovacic. Say again?
The Kovacic money right, is paid for by the sale of James Trafford and the money that we get from Pedro Porro.
Oh yeah. I'm with you. Man, that's business. That's economics at its best, people.
Crazy, isn't it? That net spend doing bits.
Yeah.
Net spend doing bits. But yeah, I appreciate your super chat, Lewis. But yeah, that's the countdown news. I'd be ashamed to see him leave because he is a good talent. However, I hope we do have a buyback in there for him. I hope we will get a buyback. I think that's what we'll do. I think this is the way that it's the new like format of the club is to just sell these players, get buybacks.
Yeah, well, like not everybody can play for us. You know what I mean? Like as much as we think in isolation, all of them are sick in their own right, and they probably are because they've been in our academy for so long and made it this far. Even to make it this far in your Manchester City career, to get to the point where you've spent your whole academy career there, and you know there's Premier League clubs trying to buy you now. You're a pretty damn good player, but you can't all play for City, man. You can't all play for City. You know, you want to win the big trophies. Unfortunately, you are going to have to go out and spend a bit of cash, but City are clearly balancing that out quite well by structuring it in a business way, a good business model. So, good, man.
Yeah,
good.
That's the way it is. Right, everyone. We'll see you again at 9:00 tonight. Big up everyone for joining the stream. I hope you got your transfer fix from this. But I'm sure we'll have more news over the next couple of days on Gvardiol and maybe some potential wingers. But until then, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new, get your notification bells turned on so you get notified every single time that we go live. And yeah, we'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Avengers stream.